All right, well, not as much accomplished this weekend as normal because we actually were going to look at something that will blow your mind when it comes to ATVs and ATCs. But I did promise to do a little video about these Shriners bikes, and I had a lot of questions about them while I was at Binky's event this weekend. People that had seen them in pictures and just people in general. So these were Shriners bikes. Kawasaki KLT 250s. These bikes were used for a few years in parades and then put away from what we were told. So I actually obtained 4 of them. 3 of them I got ready right away. All of them needed batteries, carburetor cleaning. The previous guy had done a little bit of work getting a few of them going, and then I kind of took over where he left off. The coolest part about these bikes is, though, that is original plastics. They've got a little stress mark here and there, but it's moderate. I still got to put the rack back on this one. I was going to take and donor one of these because Mike Palmgren ended up getting me a mint set of Kawasaki 250 Prairie, black with orange stripes. So I've got the black with blue, got the red, the green, and then I was going to donor one of these to be black and gold. But Tabitha said, you can't do that. These bikes are too original. When I say original, the wing nut that holds the seat, the original seats with the no passenger stamping on them. They had taken all the decals off because they put their names on them. Speedometer and odometer. 2 of them have the horns on them, this being one of them. Even took the time, pretty proud of myself, to put the battery hold down brackets. It's a pain to put a battery in one of these bikes. One of the hardest bikes that I know of to put a battery in recent times. Non-ethanol fuel in all of them. But when you look at all the little close-up things and how original they are, these bikes have never seen dirt or mud. If you're ever looking for the identification number on a KLT Kawasaki, there it is right there. And a little bit more right up there. I think that's a secondary one. And I think it's stamped. It is stamped right there also. So there's your identification marks if you're ever looking for it. Lots of places on these bikes. 2.5, that probably means 2.5 turns on that screw to make it perfect. And I'm sure these bikes sat, so they probably quite regularly, if they took them out, had to go over that. But here's the last one, and I'm gonna leave this one just like it is. So I guess this guy's name was Fusco. Got his name on the back. Got the flag still on it. Same way on this one. Look, sticker still in place. I'm getting ready to put the seat back on it, but I even got the little light working. I haven't put decals on this one yet. The little neutral light. Oh, there we go. That right there is pretty important. All of them had the bulb out, I guess because it probably killed the battery. But if you leave the key on, this has an electric fuel pump. And that electric fuel pump will sit there and run and run and run until it pushes past the needle and seat, and then you have fuel all over your floor. Ask me how I know. Yeah, the light's working on every one of these bikes. The carb's clean, the battery's in them. And this one here, I mean, just so you can see, I hadn't put the wing nuts, which are right there. Look how clean it is, even down to the nitty gritty. I can even pop this piece up. So cool. Oh, I can't because I already put the key back in it. I gotta put the screws in right there. But this one has not been washed, hasn't been cleaned. Yeah, I'll scrub all this stuff up. Phone died. This one's also got the horns on it. Let's see if they work. Yep, they work as well. Not sure why only 2 of them have the lights. But I also got a set of wheelie bars that go on one of these bikes. And I'm not sure where they even attach. When my guy came home, he actually made like 4 runs. Each time he was picking up 8, 10, 12 bikes. So the trailer, the delivery trailer, was fully overfilled. But in the front, there was a thing that looked like a dolly. And I was like, I wonder what that is. So finally, just the other day, I asked him, I said, what's the dolly go to? He said, it's not a dolly, that's a set of wheelie bars that goes with one of those Shriner bikes. So I'm not going to donor this. We'll clean this one up as well. I did use the buffer. This is what I use for a buffer. Milwaukee with a really nice wool pad. No compound, nothing. And variable speed set at, I usually do it at 1200, but I guess it's, I don't know why it's at 8. It might have spun down, or Blakely might have played with it. And another one that made its way into here, but it will make its way to the office over the next few days. Really nice ATC 90. Came from Binky's collection with nice paperwork, nice bike. Not completely error correct. I'll go over that one day and I'll show you guys, because that one is blow your mind as far as the way it looks. And then the one that I'm finishing up, I've still got to put the tires on the right way because they're too wide. I got to fasten the seat. But got everything to do the green. Matt's finishing up stuff to do the blue. Yellow will be done. So all the first generations will be good. The second generation, I guess they call it that, the 72, 73. I got the tank for this one to go on it. That one's up and running and done. So those two can go. And then on display, what I'm gonna do is put a good, better, and best. I've never seen that done. And after coming from Binky's, it's all best. It's all best of best, best, best. But I think it's gonna be pretty cool to have those two over there. And then this one, because they're all identical generation. This one probably sat for 30 plus years in somebody's field. Not gonna touch it. Then over there is a rider quality that somebody semi-fixed up, which is the one closest to the wall. And beside that is a amazing Survivor that somebody put away. And the next one we'll finish up will be the restored one. So you kind of have good, better, mediocre, and best, which will be pretty neat. And have them all sitting on racks, because this one looks like it literally melted. And I don't know if my guy was joking that picked it up, but he said, the guy said it leaks a little gas. I would say so. So, been a long weekend, guys. Been a great weekend. Family loved Binky's event. I'll show you guys. I'll stitch all that together for tomorrow. We got the Duckster over here running. That was told that that would never run again. It runs pretty decent. Got to tweak the carburetor a little bit more. Got the carburetor apart over here for the other Duckster. Sitting out there. We did get some rain here, which is amazing. And we got some palm trees. That's for tomorrow's episode. We got this one. You can hear the fuel pump. So they definitely got an electric fuel pump. Got the seat all cleaned up. The seat turned out really good. I put several layers of conditioner on that. The seat's in excellent shape. Got to put the tires back on that. Got those out in the van. Got tires for the back of the 200. And as you can see, a ton more left. 2 trailer loads left that went to the office to be on display. So making some room. What'll end up here will probably be the Suzuki and the Kawasaki collection. I'll probably keep those here for the time being until we finish the organizing. And the way it's looking at the office, Hondas, there's so many freaking Hondas, it's gonna eat up most of the space. I guess there's 50 or 60 over in that building currently, awaiting some shelving. And then there's some shelving coming for the 70s. Shucks, there's probably almost 24 70s alone sitting over there. I did get this cleaned up pretty good. Christmas special, everybody calls it something different. But I got the tires all holding air. Cleaned up the plastics pretty good. Got it running really good. So I think I'm gonna pull the rack off and paint or powder coat the rack. And then there's a little matching 70 which these came in 110 and 70. A little matching 70 that I've still got to pick up in Georgia. Get that one back in here. We'll unveil this girl. Probably unveil that when we unveil Blakely's potty training award. But that's some of the Kawasaki's. Rode all these, the 110, the 185. Actually, I think it's two 110s. I think the 160's not in here. Yep. And go leave that one rough. Probably gonna leave that one rough and redo a red, a black with blue, a black with orange to go along with these. That's it for tonight. We did not get anything done on Tabitha's little 70 build, even though we did get a few parts cleaned up and I got the paint for the forks. We'll get that painted and a few other little pieces. Got to pull the steps off and get those done. Blakely's got a new little pull around wagon there. That's it for this weekend. Got by fast, but the Binky video for tomorrow, you guys are gonna love it. Thanks again, Binky, for all you do, for all our ATC and ATV guys. Oh, and I do have the racks. All the racks that I'll either take off this bike. I hate to have a bike that I give up on, so may or may not carcass this one out yet. I did steal the the controls off of it today because I wanted it to be push button. I was shorting against the starter solenoid to get it running. Bunch of other carcasses here for a project. Not gonna mention that yet, but the 6-wheel stayed out at Binky's, and man, if that didn't go over good. Everybody freaking loved it. Floated across the pond, big hit. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.